Hello folks and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I made a mistake, surprise, when I made my little drowner hatcher room. I thought that the critters would jump out over the door that was there. Turns out that's not true. So this room is not functional. However, I think I know of a way to do that. It's not going to be pretty. In fact, it would be probably better suited to put in here. But I'm committed. We're just going to go and get ourselves some space here. I'm clearing out some of this. And clear out a bunch of this stuff. And how deep do I want to make it? I suppose it doesn't matter too much. It's going to be an automated room. But what we're going to do is have a couple of egg hatcheries in there. Yeah, we're definitely gonna keep the eggs for what do we have? Grubs and glossy dreglet eggs. They're gonna be just separate, and then we'll let them get managed by the ranchers. But the hatch eggs definitely need management. There's too many of them. I mean, we have 114 stone hatchling eggs in there, 10 hatchling eggs, and counting. So yeah, we kind of need to manage it well. So let's go with this kind of size. Please don't trap yourself in there. We'll start there. What are you going in there for? Ah, yes, I told them to start picking up the aluminum and putting it in here in this storage bin, because it wasn't. I was trying to cool it. I should have known. Temp shift plates are very specific use, let's put it that way, and I don't really know their use well. So I just wanted to pick up that aluminum, drop it in there, and then drop it on the ground so it will cool down, which it is doing. Because the rest of this is doing pretty good. It's at like 292 and still going down. How long do we have left until next activity is 19.9 cycles? We've almost got all the water out of here. That's in 39 cycles. Is this 39 cycles of water? I really don't know. But there's nothing saying we couldn't get into whatever the steam vent or melt some more ice or something. I was having a look over here. Of course, we have this AATN down here that I pretty much forgot about. Slowly uncovering that. And I did find an oil reservoir down here, which is super nice. I remember there used to be like tons and tons of them, but not so much now. Not so much now. Still give me overheat warnings. Okay, fair enough. Let's go back and fix this whole issue here. So I still want the eggs to be dropped off into a space of one tile. It will have the water, and it will have just a tile holding it there, and a pneumatic door. And the pneumatic door will be set so that it will it'll be within the reach of an auto sweeper. So the auto sweeper's got to be there at most. Or maybe we'll keep that apart for now. We'll make a tile here. Let that drop down and then squish it over. Once these guys get their stuff together here. Alright, we got that closed in, which is good. We can... Oh, you know, I could have done this, let it drain out there. Whatever, we'll work it out here. You're gonna probably need to be deconstructed. A lot of this is gonna need to be deconstructed. And we'll have to put a ladder in. Actually, you know what? The ladder should probably not go there. We're gonna have, I think, a couple incubators against the wall over here. That's going to come down there. So we can take that like so. We're going to delete that tile. Oh, they can't even get over there. Just having to think, how do I want this? Yeah, I think I definitely want 2 tiles. But we'll just put that in there for now. There we go, deconstructing. We'll let that water out. Perfect. Perfect. Probably deconstruct that one. Deconstruct that. Oh, there's a little baby. He's not going to be happy. He's not going to drown yet, but he's certainly not going to be happy. Okay, that's where our ladder will go. Gonna want to double up on that. I probably went too large with this, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get rid of those 3 tiles. And let's fit in some incubators. So there'll be 1 there, 1 here. Guess I didn't really have to make it that wide. So we'll do that, and we'll take that stuff off the side there later. If only this guy wasn't just taking up that extra bit of room. In truth, we probably could go with one of those small pumps there. That's a thought. Let's have a look at ventilation. We've got the mini gas pump. Yeah, we could put it in place of this guy. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay building this wall. So it operates on the same premise as before, but basically when the signal comes down and says that there is a vacancy in one of the hatch ranches, it will force an incubator to turn on and an auto sweeper to put an egg into the incubator. Yeah, I think that should work out. And then the extras, that should do. And then the extras will, of course, get drowned. Or if there happens to be extras that are hatched, they'll get... what am I trying to say? If extras have been hatched, then they'll get wrangled away. That's the other thing I need space for, I guess, is one of the little critter flags. Drop off flag. And that should do. Because I was realizing basically it was the lack of water. We had too little water was telling me... Wait a minute. I saw salt water, 66.3 grams, but it's the bottle. And I was like, what happened to my water? No, there's 1,100 kilograms there. It's good. Broke my train of thought, though. But, yeah, I had too little water. And they weren't drowning. The little critters weren't drowning. And they were just piling up in the same spot. And they weren't popping out of the open door. Apparently they can't do that. It's unfortunate. If they could, it would be so much easier. And then I thought about trying to make the door work in a way, but that's not the way it was going. What is happening? This... Do are all my eggs there right now? I think so. Crap. Okay, I can solve that problem. We can put in a conveyor loader right there. Now that should reach both of those. And if that gets set there, that gets set there. Take that apart. Go ahead, throw a granite tile there. actually, no. We're gonna do that and remove those tiles if we can reach it. Oh, geez. A little bit of lag there. Yeah, we should be able to reach those now. There's a thought. If I open the door, will they hop out? Because that could actually revive the idea, which was a much simpler idea, I think. Doesn't look like it. Yes, yes, they can walk off. Can they hop out, though, is the question. So if I had both tiles of the door suspended in water, if they could just, if they could hop out of the door, but how do we drop off? No, we can drop through the door. Can we not? I don't know. I don't know. All right, well, maybe I'll experiment with that later, but for now, let's finish this solution. I want max 0 critters and auto wrangle surplus. And if there's vacancies, they'll take them. This is the manual way of doing it, of course. I want to hook this thing up to our current railway. I'm going to call it a railway. And we're going to put critter eggs on here so that the eggs get put in the water where they belong. Oh, the only problem is they're going to want to wrangle them there, aren't they? That could be a problem. Why are you guys pausing for so long at the top of the door? I don't quite understand that. Anyways, power is required for a lot of things. Doesn't have to be pretty, so I don't know why I'm trying to route it that way. Of course they wander in. Let's just attack those two. Okay, wires are in. That's in. I may need... Let me see. So, sending a green signal if below 8. And this thing is saying there's 8 critters. So why? No, that's sending red. Sending red. Sending a green signal. And this thing says there's 6 critters. Okay. So that is correct. Okay, we get some meat. Oh, this is going to be in an endless loop, isn't it? No, wait, it won't reach the bottom. Oh, what have I done? Okay, whatever. Move these eggs. And then we'll move the sweeper. Yeah, it should actually be better that way. Yeah, there's 72. 68. That's going to take a minute. Okay, the eggs have been loaded to be moved, all of them. And soon this will shut down. Good. We're going to have to deconstruct you, and swap some things around just a little bit there. If I could squeeze one more tile widthwise out of this thing, I probably would, but I don't want to mess up my lock there. I figured out how I can get the drop off in there. We take out that ladder there and we place it horizontally across the top. That will allow us to sweep away the meat, maybe, provided I have room for that. Now the loader, yeah, we'll put it right there, and we'll have to skip across, join the other network. get you hooked up there. Get rid of those two. We don't need. And of course, we already have these eggs in here, so we don't have to run these incubators all the time. But I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to. Now, I'm going to allow these to accept regular hatches again. Just for funsies. Although, to be honest, let's face it, it's not an efficient way of doing it. If we only do stone hatches, then everything else just is food. So let me totally undo what I just said. It's late at night. I'm allowed to change my mind. Thank you very much. Because my brain is fried. It's been a long day. Cool. This will go up and join not that circuit. It'll join what circuit? Where's the meat? Where's the meat? This is the meat. Oh yeah, just that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Totally. Nailed it. Okay, that will be set for the meat. I think we just go edible. Now we have 137 eggs there. This one, I feel like we should just make some omelet out of the hatch eggs for now. Just whatever hatchling eggs we're gonna make food out of. Cool. So in theory, these guys will hatch. They will get wrangled away to the place that needs them, which will send a red signal back down here, and it'll turn off the incubators. Or deactivate the incubators, which should hopefully result in the eggs getting dropped. I'm not sure if that's true. But then if they hatch anyways, they should still get wrangled over to the regular drowner. And the bulk of the eggs will just drown upon hatching. And the meat will get sucked away magically, which will be good. I think we're going to take the whole base, and we're probably going to put granite behind or on every wall for wallpaper. And I'm thinking very soon we're going to start our wonderful rebuilds. The air is nice and clean. I may even crack open this here at this level and flatten off kind of the top of the base. The regolith's a bit of an issue though, because the regolith will fall. So we can still find a line in here somewhere, or build reinforcement to stop it. It wouldn't be the worst thing for some of this. Well, actually, it's quite cold in the top here, but that's fine. We could use some of the cool to spread into other areas. It's like 37 down there, so that'll be fine. Of course, lots of digging still happening here, and eventually all this water will get moved as well. I changed this a little bit. I made these reservoirs a little bit smaller so that gases will, well, whenever they finish this off, gases will have an easier time of falling down around the reservoirs. Let's just throw those up in there. I guess we need a couple ladders there. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. How's the fish looking? Fish are looking fishy. We got 15 eggs there. We got 12 fry in there ready to go. So that third fish farm is well on its way. Food was up around 200,000 kilocal. It is less so now, but we still have tons of barbecue. And that's most of it. There's recently been a harvest of lettuce, which we haven't used any of the lettuce that we have harvested, really. Because we can't make the recipes that call for it, as far as I know. Where's Swampy Delights? That's just bog jelly. Alright, cool. Which, you know, I really do want to get these other gases and stuff tamed. But that's partly why I'm doing the digging. If we dig the whole asteroid out, it becomes easier to manage our gases and manage... I mean, honestly, we could just let the natural gas geysers just go and collect off of the level that the gas settles at, but more than likely we'll set up a facility around them to cool the gas and move it to a storage place. What's your deal down here? I guess it's doing fine. It's pretty low. Where am I looking here? Oxygen, yeah, 600 grams. I was gonna say it's fairly low pressure. This is gonna end up being a CO2 well, but I think it'll be fine. As far as I know, this is working. So we'll let that go and do its own thing. Another thing I would like to do is sort out some storage issues. It's not that we necessarily have too little storage or anything. It's that we have so much stuff outside the base. It's just kind of gross. So I think what is going to end up happening here is we're going to end up putting a sweeper network up here. So if we have those there and a loader between, however that looks, yeah, that's how that looks. And then this one doesn't have to overlap, so it can be there. But this one should overlap with a loader there. And just do that all the way across. So you want to cover the ladder. And then that, stare at that tile, there we go. Put the loader between. We'll just carry that on across all these areas. What is happening here? Well, we can get up there. Let's have someone mop it, shall we? Oh, I think it's freezing and thawing in endless cycles. Left over from that nonsense. What is there? Fossil, frozen fossil, frozen fossil. Wait, that's the thing. Okay. Like, how did fossil turn to ice? Never mind. How can I tell? Hatchling egg, incubation 76, incubation 19. Okay. Gonna take some time. This is all gonna take time. It's really, we're kind of at a point where I just need to let some stuff happen. This is problematic. Okay. We're gonna have to erase some of that. Or do we? Was I doing that completely wrong? I think I was. Oh, the lag. Alright, so if you're there, then we need to cover the heavy watt wire. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Two tiles between? Yeah, that looks right. And I think we're gonna drop it all in this room for easy storage. So another network needs to run through all of this, and I think we're just gonna go straight up. Like so. Good thing we have a lot of copper. Still have 120,000 copper. So we're pretty healthy that way. And the power can just come off of that that spine, that main bus that is running around there. Of course, I've got this all going at priority 8. Of course I have. Because it's just of the utmost importance. Now, 5. 5 will do, thank you. I would, however, like that removed at priority 8. And the stuff inside, yeah, I don't really care about the priority there, but let's put it to 5 for, you know, a sanity check, I guess. There we go. That will hopefully help. I don't know how much it's going to help with the performance, to be honest, but it'll certainly help us just clean things up a little bit. This guy's cooled down a fair bit. It's only at 150 degrees. But then again, we're not picking up that much heat here. This is actually coming out at 40 degrees. Yeah, because both of these are dormant. I feel like in the future, I wouldn't mind redesigning that cooling network. Well, I mean, as I said, I would like to have a cooling loop specifically for the aluminum volcano. But then have a slightly more advanced cooling loop where we actually manage the temperatures at which we send coolant through the base and then through this area. And because we could be actively cooling the coal generators, so we could keep track of the temperature. Say this is our main water coming down. We go to have a number of sensors, and at which point, if it registers at 22 degrees, let's say, then we take it out of this pipe and we send it off through the base. Right, we just filter it into a main line that goes off through the base, and then I don't know, does whatever after that, goes back to the cooler, and that would dump the super cold stuff here, and yeah, I think that would work. I'm so used to looking at this thing as part of that cooling network, but if we remove this from the cooling network, it becomes its own thing. We're able to cool down the aluminum that much faster if it's got its own localized cooling system. And that would be really good for us. As it is now, the aluminum's still 500 degrees. The stuff there is 438 for whatever reason. Yeah, but 512. So it's going to be iffy whether or not we get it out of there in time to really make use of it. But I think before this thing erupts, we'll go ahead and collect it and leave it in a vacuum chamber somewhere and maybe cool it down in another way. Maybe even just, say, get a storage bin, throw it up there, for instance. But I'd prefer to have it somewhere else where we can still actively cool it. Maybe even Well, the problem is getting out of that chamber without turning our little petroleum lock into sour gas. The vaporization point is 538.9. So in theory, we could do it now, as long as we had somewhere appropriate to take it. And we could take it over to this area here. I have been letting the coolness kind of rain down upon this area in hopes of freezing it. And if it was, well, all the water has been frozen out of here, but the polluted water is taking a little bit more. So, but I mean, it's minus 133 degrees here, so it's a matter of time, I think, before the polluted water here cools down enough. I think. Either that or we just mop it up. That's another option, because it's just making gases. It does make me think it's probably time to utilize one of these, and we can do that fairly easily. If I want to deal with polluted oxygen, I'm gonna need a couple of these guys. So that should cover there, that should cover there. But we can be safe, do 2 on either side. Run this main bus out across. Still at priority 8. Let's click 5. There's a mod out there to reset priorities after you've stopped using the tool, and I'm tempted to get it because over prioritizing things is just my jam. It's just what I do. Let's get some mesh tile. And I think we only need 2 tall for the emptiers. Is this true? Or am I misremembering? Nope, 3 tall for an emptier. So we're going to do a network of emptiers right here. Put some mesh tile underneath. We could... Well, for one, we should have ladders under these. It's because I smalled them up that they don't have ladder access anymore. But if we do the same thing over here for fresh water. Same thing over there for salt water. That's it's really just going to result in manual labor unless I set up stupid networks again, which is not my ideal to set up all these transport networks that are all willy-nilly everywhere. I'd prefer to kind of replan some of these spaces and get going with that. This is saying it's ready to go. So I'm just going to say pick up everything. Pick up everything. And I have no idea if the network's ready to go. No, it's not. We still got to do this stuff. Maybe I will do a priority 6 on that. 6. Sorry, I'm going a little insane. Yeah, that'll do. We'll start emptying out these bottles and getting that sorted out. We'll probably need, at least for fresh water, we'll need some pitcher pumps. So I think we're going to do a high and a low, or a medium, so to speak. Maybe we'll do like a small network of them. Oh yeah, I should probably close this up once and for all. And yeah, I think I'm just going to remove that ladder and that piece there. I love watching these guys fly around these tubes. Well done, Travaldo. You really stuck that landing. How are we doing here on storage for polluted dirt and bleached stone and oxalate? It's fine. It's okay. And this is nice and full. Cleaning stuff. And that's right, I have been actively draining this and filling up this reservoir. And that's partly because I'm just getting tired of the food poisoning being in there. So I want to get it out by filling up that reservoir. And I could, once it's full, just dump it back in if I wanted to, but I don't think that makes sense. I think we're going to reclaim this space and use this area here. Even to the point where we should probably just throw in a landing zone over here for them. So if they have to, if they need to hang. Why hang? If they need to land in this area, they can. We'll use some of that sweet, sweet aluminum. And we'll cut out some ladders. Ja, das ist gut, ja. Cool. Well, it's a bit of an intermediary episode where, you know, just little things getting done here and there. Have yet to really see what's happening here, other than, yes, tiny baby is drowning and will become a delicious little meat morsel in just a moment here. Yeah, there goes one. And the meat gets picked up and shipped away, so at least that part's working. And how many eggs we have? 124 stone hatchling eggs. While I'm thinking about eggs, we can just turn off hatchling eggs here. We don't need to actively go pick them up and break them. Cool. This is awaiting bleachstone. Why bleachstone? Target is not erupting. That's a bit of an issue. Yep. Okay. I'm interested to see... the targeted geyser receives stored amplification data when it is erupting. Okay. Okay. So, I guess we'll find out when it starts to erupt next time. And my phone is telling me it's midnight, so it's time for me to go. Thanks for watching, folks. Apologies for the late releases, but as I see it, most people are watching the next day anyways. I usually have midnight releases, but it's midnight now, so obviously I'm not releasing this very second. But I'm going to upload it as soon as possible and get it out to you. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care.